Hey guys, what's going on? It's VGC Firelord VI here from Vengeance Gaming Community, VGCLive.com, and I'm doing another 3v3 commentary on Starcraft 2. It's a pretty big map, so I'm the blue Terran player. My teammates are the red Terran Poison, the teal Terran Blackbeard, the yellow Protoss Knack, the purple Me Working Man, and orange Punisher. Red's already going off saying he's going to mass Marines. I've been getting some comments from people saying, it's hard to keep up with all the production that everybody's doing because there's so many strategies that people could be going for with so many people that you would normally get with a 1v1 or 2v2. You can understand what they're doing. So instead, I've decided to change my tactics of casting and go for the uh, time frames of when people are doing stuff and where and when they're going to attack, and if this is the best way they could do it. So as you can see, basically every Terran player is already getting a barracks 60% or above, except for me, of course. Mine's kind of delayed because I decided to get my gas first, uh, throwing down a pinpoint location right there to make sure that red ends up sealing that door. And yellow is actually currently already chrono boosting out a zealot. He's got 2 gateways. Purple, teal, myself are getting marines. Thankfully, there are no Zerg on this map, this replay, so we don't have to worry about a rush. I'm beginning to seal off my second door, and teal still hasn't sealed off his door yet, his secondary door, for some odd reason. So yellow's done a good job of positioning his buildings away from all the sides so that if somebody were to rush with marines or siege tanks, they wouldn't be as vulnerable. Usually when you put them at the doorways like here, if you don't have any units or they've already been killed off, siege tanks can just destroy them like crazy. So a lot of people are starting to position their buildings in the center of the locations, the spawn points, instead of near the doorways, and putting supply depots or pylons there. Protoss is basically the only race that still does it. Purple's already getting his shield upgrade. Red's units, let's see if I have any units. Mine aren't upgraded, and teal, his units. He doesn't even have a reactor or a tech lab down. He's got 1 barracks near his base for some reason. I'm getting both barracks closer to my base so that I may hide them to make it seem like I'm not going for mass marines. Nobody's got an engineering bay out of either team. And we keep throwing scans down to figure out if anybody's quit it yet. And based on our scans, we can see that some people are falling behind on their macro, so we're beginning to think that it's Orange who quit, the Orange Terran player. And indeed, he did quit at the beginning of the game, which was resolved to lag issues, apparently. I just re-record it. So I'm actually the first one to go ahead and get an engineering bay out. Purple's already got shields for his units. Nobody's obviously macroing orange up, which is a shame. So we decided to move out and get ready for a push. I still haven't gotten any shields for my units. I'm getting that right now. It's about 60% done. And we're meeting up at this middle expansion right here that's usually hard to maintain on both sides. This is really a map for Zerg, because there's so many bases to expand to. For Terran and Protoss, it's really hard to get a lot of bases out fairly quickly. So all we have right now is mass Marines. If we were to attack, we'd overwhelm them. Yellow might actually have the most advantage here. He's got so many zealots that he could just take us out. And I gave control of my units to my teammates so that I could work on my macro to get more units while they attack. And I'm also getting a command center. And they're just going to go ahead and take out orange right off the bat. Not really that much of destruction, considering nobody was maintaining him, and his command center's already down like that. However, that's not the last about orange. He does have a supply depot and a barracks down here. Obviously, yellow's taking control to try and get more Marines. Yellow's just now getting warp gates, transitioning from gateways to warp gates. And he's also got Dark Shrine for Dark Templars. When we go ahead and attack Purple's base, there was only 4 or 5 Marines up on this cliff right here. Not enough to stop our advancement, and Red's staying down there so that if there was siege tanks or anything, they wouldn't be taken out as secondary forces, I guess you can say. They're going to go ahead and push up here to the SCV mineral line. We haven't popped any stim pack yet. I'm not sure if my teammates have them. I don't even have them. I'm just starting to get it now. It's about completed. And now I'm getting Marauder Concussive Shell. So Purple's command center is going down as well. Reactor's going down. I mean refinery, excuse me. Yellow, for some reason, isn't deciding to attack. He could help them out with these warp gates. He should. He has 4,000 minerals. He has enough gas to produce a lot of stalkers, and same with minerals. He could, if he's supply blocked, which he is, do Shift BE several times, and after it'll produce a pylon, and after that it'll continue creating the other pylons wherever you clicked, and that helps you get on supply block really quickly instead of doing each individual pylon BE over and over again. It takes a while, and you lose so much of your macro by doing it that way. Purple has a few remaining units down here and really not going to do anything. I think Purple's basically given up. So Yellow put cannons at the doorway here. Took out a few of the red. Definitely gonna take me out. I pop stim pack, try and focus fire down the pylon, and it's not gonna go down. So Teal comes in here with his units after I try to do as much damage as possible. Pulls away once he decides that all the red Terran units were destroyed by the zealots, and now yellow is deciding to chase after. I'm not sure if he's going to put them up against the wall or something to stop the advancement, and purple decided to act and move his units. I'm not pumping out enough Marines, in my opinion. I should have a couple more barracks down, but I don't. I have one SCV sitting here. My expansion is just now starting to get SCVs. Yellow isn't getting, he hasn't transitioned these two warp gateways into warp gates. Doesn't have any probes on his mineral line. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe he's a new player. I suspect that he is. I've gone ahead and gotten a missile turret at my gateway so I can see my gate, excuse me, not my gateway, so I can see if any Dark Temple are advancing. Because that's what I find is the most destructive thing when it comes to playing against Protoss, is so many Protoss players are now going for a mass Dark Templar game play style, and once you notice it, it's usually too late to come back from it unless you throw down a lot of orbital scans. But if you run out of orbital scans, then you're really screwed and you can't basically win the game, in my opinion. And if you have Protoss teammates, they end up pumping observers, but they never get to you fast enough because they're so slow. And for Zerg, it's easy to get overseers. But then again, I mean, like I said, if you're countering something after they're attacking you, it's really hard to do it quickly and effectively without them breaking through and then attacking your units.